Gunfreaknation Salute. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all that's watching this video have seen the Dearborn Heights home invasion where the homeowner, shot it out with the savages that did the home invasion on this house. It went viral. It's all over the, it's all over the place now. Which y'all, it happened right next door to me. Literally, not literally, but not too far from me. Where I stay, where I live, is right on the border with Dearborn Heights. So it pretty much hit home. But home invasions happen every day. Let me Google this right quick. Let me Google this. How many home invasions happen in the United States per day? All right, it says in the United States there are approximately 4,800 home burglaries per day, or one burglary every 15 seconds. This means that the country experiences about 1.5 million home invasions each year. Wow. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. And if you don't believe me, there it is right there. So think about it, man. The length of my videos be at least 15 minutes. It's multiple. Put it this way, it's home invasions happening right now. So please, people, I'm telling you, I'm asking you, I'm asking you, and I'll beg you. I'll say, please, get armed. Now, I know there's a lot of people that, they got this notion, the mindset, well, if you mind your own business and you don't bother nobody, then you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. Well, I need you to tell that to all of the victims. I need you to tell that to the victim, the guy in Dearborn Heights where he had to shoot it out in his own house, to save his life, potentially save his life and his girlfriend's life. Do y'all realize after seeing that video that if this guy, he may not have been the best trained, but at least he had the mind to be armed, okay? A lot of people, criticize them, and, everybody can use more training, including me, but at least he had the wherewithal to arm himself, and that's what saved his life. That's what potentially saved his life. Because if he hadn't had that gun, who knows what would have been done to him, and especially to his girlfriend, who took a bullet in the leg and it traveled all the way up to her lung. I heard she was shot in the back, though. But if he hadn't had a gun, y'all saw the footage when the savage was trying to run up out of his house. I keep telling y'all over and over and over, the only language that these filthy, funky, stinking-ass savages understand is the language of violence, righteous violence. They understand that because if you don't have a gun to defend yourself, they're going to come in and walk all over you and do horrible things to you. Now, I only can imagine that if that gentleman wouldn't have had a gun and his girlfriend was already laying in bed, she probably would have been assaulted, more than likely. Listen, please, I don't know you, but the mere fact that you are watching me means that you either own a gun or you're on the fence about getting a gun. And I would say, get that gun because you are worth it. We only got one shot at this in life, man. You know, no disrespect to all of the religious people, but I ain't seen not one person who died or was killed or died come back. Because you only got one shot at this. Your life is so precious. I don't even know you, but I love you because you're a good person. And I'm so tired of good people being victimized. You ain't got to do anything. Like I say, listen. Please listen to me. You don't have to go out there looking for trouble. You ain't got to be looking for trouble. Trouble will find you. You could be minding your own business, sticking to yourself, and the savages will break in your house and try you. And I'm going as far as even in the streets, man. If you when you out here in the world, I would say get you a firearm, train with it, get you a concealed carry license, because it's either gonna happen in your house or you eventually gonna encounter some savages out there in the streets, and you need to be prepared to put that threat down. You need to be prepared. So for the people that's saying, oh, I don't need no firearms, or I don't mess with nobody, I stick to myself, tell that to all of the victims. You have to be savage ready at all times. If you love your family, okay? If you love your family, if you love yourself, life is so precious. Life is so short. I be damned if I let a funky ass savage cut my life short. I'm not going to let them, shortcut my life. When I die, I want to die of natural causes. I want to die when the Lord is ready to bring me home, okay? I don't want the devil shortcutting my life, okay? Now, what I prefer, you be armed, but I prefer that you have two different types of firearms. If you got your concealed carry license, yeah, carry your handgun, your traditional handgun. But at home, if you ask me, my personal opinion, it's only my personal opinion, I think you should have a shotgun or an AR-15. But not just any shotgun, not that shotgun that, the former president Joe Biden wants you to have, the kind that you put a single shell in it and then you flip it up and then you shoot it and then you got to break it down and pull that hot ass shell out and it's burning your fingers. And, if you got something like that and the savages are, in your house and they aren't, and you miss the first shot, then you are, you are toast. You are, they got you. Get you something like a KSG. That whole, I'm going to say that because I have a future video that I'm going to debate AR-15 versus a shotgun, what's best for home defense. Stay tuned, because after I film this video, I will be filming that one. But what I'm saying is, the reason why I said you need either AR-15 or shotgun is because, believe it or not, they are more manageable. They are more easier to operate. You got four, contacts of you got 4 places of contact when you got an AR. Okay? Let me say this, in that home invasion video that happened right around the corner from me in Dearborn Heights, the savage survived. But imagine if the homeowner would have had a shotgun with double-wide buck or a slug, that threat would have been neutralized immediately if his shot would have landed. If you are uneasy about or intimidated by AR-15s, it's much more easier than holding a handgun when you can, and you got a red dot or some type of optic on it too, with a light. That's what I firmly believe. I believe that you need for like in the event of a home invasion, you use your handgun to get to your long gun. It's just that simple. You need an AR-15. The reason why, you got 30 rounds, at least 30 rounds capacity. With a standard shotgun, I think they hold maybe like 6 rounds or 7 or something like that. With a tactical shotgun like a KSG or a GP12 or a TS12, that's 15 all day. That's some serious, funky town sending firepower. That's what you need. That's what you need. You never want to be in a fair fight with these savages, because they don't want to play fair anyway. Number one, they breaking in your house. So they don't have the best judgment. You're not dealing with the most smartest, brightest person to begin with, because they're stupid enough to break in your house. Or maybe they're not stupid enough. Maybe they just evil enough. And guess what? They coming in with body armor. They coming in with AR-15s themselves. They coming in with AK-47s themselves. They may be coming in with shotguns themselves. So anytime when you're dealing with multiple intruders, you're dealing with multiple heavily armed intruders with body armor, then a pistol is going to put you at a disadvantage. Now, don't get me wrong. Any gun is better than no gun, but you don't want to be outgunned. Okay? Nobody, including a savage, wants to be looking down the barrel, staring down the barrel of a shotgun or AR-15 or AK-47. You got to take the fight to them. Once when they breach your door and enter into your home, oh, it's all war. If they don't turn their funky asses around and retreat and get the hell out of there, and they trying to bang it out with you, then you got to do what you got to do. And this is your home turf. This is inside of your house, your home. So you know the layout. I say, get you them firearms. I recommend it, man. Get you an AR. Get you a shotgun. Get you that handgun. Train with it, please. Because the most vital weapon ain't the gun. The gun is just a tool to defeat the devil. The most lethal weapon is right here. Your mindset. You have to train. You got to know what to do in a shit hit the fan situation. And that's easier. Just like Tyson said, man, you can have a plan, but the minute you get hit, that shit go left right out the door. So nobody really knows how they're going to react in a shit hit the fan situation. But if you position yourself and train yourself, my man that had the home invasion happened to, he had cameras. So he was ready, but he wasn't tactically ready the way he positioned himself. And how he handled that gun, he clearly wasn't really trained. But he still was armed, and it did what it was intended and meant to do. Be a deterrent. That savage got the hell up out of there limping because he took a bullet too. Gunfreak Nation, man. We got something going on that I think is very special. We got something where we got a community of all races, of all religions, of all sexes. I don't give a damn what your sexuality is. I don't give a damn what your race is, your culture. I don't care. You know what I care about and why I love you? It's because you got a righteous heart, okay? And righteousness will always prevail against evil, even though we got forces aligned against us that want to see us fail, that want to see us, basically slaves to the criminals, to the savages. Anytime when you have a entity that, despite what's the word for it, how crazy it is out here, and they still want to talk all that gun control stuff and make it difficult for us to attain firearms, to buy firearms. They not for us. They not for us. And they damn sure is not like us. We got to stick together. We got to have love for one another, show love and respect to one another. And united we stand, divided we fall. Don't let that devil get you. You have to be armed. Praying is a beautiful thing if that's what you believe in. But it's not going to save your life. God gave you wisdom to go out. He said in the Bible, say, sell your cloak and buy a sword. Well, I'm telling you, gather up your money, put it on layaway if you have to, and get you a gun and be, trained with it and be responsible with it. And if you got kids, keep it away. Keep it away from your kids, and train them. It's many, many different unique situations and scenarios why a person, I get it. If you got a lot of young kids, you got a young kid around, you got to use your own common sense and not leave that weapon readily accessible to a young one. You just can't do that. Because kids are curious. And I also believe in teaching a kid to respect a firearm so they will know that it's not a toy. Deep down, I just don't want to see anything bad or horrible happen to you. You hear me? The emails over the years I've been doing this of people, thanking me and saying I'm because of you, I decided to go out and purchase a firearm. Man, that mean the world to me, man. That make me feel so good. It make me feel so good that at least my message is resonating with people, And then I hate to get the ones where, TU was right, a home invasion happened to me, they did this, they did that, they was on me, it happened so fast, and it was so violent, and I was literally scared for my life because they could have took my life. But see, not all people is lucky to survive it, because guess what? Savages don't like to leave behind eyewitnesses, especially after they don't, violated you and assaulted you sexually. And I can go on all night about the horrible things that can happen. And for you women that's out there, I got mad love and respect for you, especially for those who are armed and who are ready, armed and trained and savage ready. I got to salute you, sis. But for those who that's not prepared and don't have a gun, sisters, I love you, but you got to, not put yourself in a situation where you hopeless, where you can't defend yourself where you are relying solely on a phone to dial 911 for the police to come and be your knight in shining armor. It don't work that way. You got to be your own first responder. You have to train with that gun, because 9 out of 10, no, I'm gonna say 10 out of 10, when they come up in your domain, in your home, and I ain't even trying to fearmonger, I'm just keeping it all the way funky. I'm keeping it all the way real. One millionth, more than likely, they're gonna sexually assault you and do horrible things to you and make you do horrible, bad, nasty things to them, because that's what they're about. They filthy, they nasty, they funky, they stanky, and they're evil. And they want to have their way with you. And you can't let them do that. Love yourself. It says in the Bible that your body is a temple. Don't let nobody, violate your temple. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do that. Put that threat down. Arm yourself. If you live by yourself, lock your bedroom doors. Make sure, first and foremost, make sure that your door is secured. Okay? Make it difficult for them to kick it in. Make sure that your windows are bolted and secured. And make sure at nighttime when you go to bed, make sure that your bed, or it ain't even got to be at nighttime, anytime when you're in your room and you're asleep, make sure that you put a lock, whether you live by yourself or not, make sure you lock your bedroom door. Because if they break in and you don't hear them, or you don't have a camera system or alarm system that can detect them, they can be in your house and on you while you sleep. But if you got to run to your room, or you already in your room sleep, and they got to kick that door in, then guess what? It's gonna wake you up. And if you are armed, you can grab that Funky Town sender. And for the new people that's watching, the Funky Town sender is a gun. You can grab that Funky Town sender off that nightstand, and as soon as they make entry in and breach that door, you can send their funky asses to Funky Town. It's just that simple. But anyway, Gunfreak Nation, much love to you. I wish y'all all the love and and peace. You feel me? I just want y'all to be the best versions of yourself and be the best tactical, that you can be. Gunfreak Nation, listen. Stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearm. Stay righteous. I love you. And be ready to send them savages to Funky Town. Gunfreak Nation, salute.